Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Have here G.I.Joe Classified Series Red Ninja, my first of the 112 6-inch size G.I.Joe figures. Picked this up not because I'm collecting them, though I will get one or two because I think it looks pretty cool and it's a ninja. Who doesn't want a ninja? Looks nice, looks really nice. Got that sort of menacing sort of skull mask face. Comes with double hand axes, double sai, sword, what else? Like sickle, another long bladed weapon I don't know the name of. Unfortunately, looks really nice. Back shows artwork, shows Cobra Commander, Destro, Roadblock, Baroness, Gung Ho, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Duke, etc., Red Ninja, etc., etc., and some vehicles which maybe we'll see released in the smaller 1/18 scale. But it'd be nice if they release something in this size, because you know, you just feel like you'd have to buy it. Okay, let's get this open, have a look, and then do a comparison with another figure after. Okay. And before anyone's asked me, yes, I have seen the Vipers here in China, but they're not cheap. They're like really expensive, double the cost of this maybe. So that's the only issue really. I was at a bought 1 or 2 or 20. Looks nice. Let's get this tape out the way. The axes first. What's really nice is just touching it, you can feel that it's quite rigid with a bit of bend. It's good quality. Because sometimes weapons are either too rigid where they snap, or they're not rigid enough. They're just so floppy and bendy, which I don't like. But these are like perfectly straight. There's no warping in the box, which is good. And I'm guessing these are the sheaths, but I'm sure he hasn't got enough space for everything here. But never mind. How does that go? Is that a slide? That's a slide. Okay. And then this is a pop out, I'm guessing. And our ninja is free. Then we have these 2 weapons here. 1, 2, nothing else there. Let's put that down there. So quick look at the weapons first. These 2 hand axes make it very obvious it's not a traditional ninja. Forget the figure itself for a second, because they're so modern looking. They will be requiring some paint perhaps to making this, distinguish some of the parts. There's all black, maybe it's more camouflage, but it's a shiny black. But I'll be tempted to give it a dry brush of silver on the blade and maybe a bit more in between the grip, and then do the grip a little colour. Looks good. The sickles, they've got a proper name. No idea what the proper name is. Again, look really good, look quite modern as well. The sai, very nice looking. They look a touch big, but I won't really know until I stick it in the hands, but it does look nice. We have the sword. Nice looking sword. Bit basic, but having that little sort of shape difference, I should say maybe, on the base there does give it a bit of character. And the fact that it does tape it into a blade is good too. And then there's one which I've forgotten the Japanese name for, or the martial art name for. Looks far more traditional, looks very nice too. Again, that would really benefit from a little bit of paint. Then I'm guessing he has a thing on his back. Yeah, we can put this in here. And then you can attach his weapons. Oh, I see, he has got space for everything, it looks like. So that can take 3 things. You can take another 2 in here, I'm guessing, and another 1 in there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll have a look at him, have a look at his articulation, then I'll try and tool him up with everything and look at his articulation briefly again. Then I'll do a comparison. So face sculpt of this sort of mast helmet is fantastic. I don't think I'll pick up on the camera, or just about. Really, really nice, that mask on top. You could even paint it to be a skeleton head instead if you wanted to. That I think this would be pretty good if you could put like a plain skull head on there, a bit like a Mortal Kombat. Looks really good. Sculpting is nice on the body armor. You got some shuriken, some throwing stars on this on this arm here, which can be taken off. Belt section again looks like it can be taken off. This section here is a bit disappointing with the colouring. You'd be tempted to maybe change it to a leather colour or a metal colour or crocodile skin. Looks like snake skin colour. Then some simple boots and some knee pads. Looks good. And I can't see a Cobra insignia on there. Oh, I can, sorry, just on his headband there. Okay, so let's look at articulation. Does he stand up out of the box? Not bad. So, left, right, up, down, side to side, very nice. This is going to limit his shoulder articulation, but let's look. Well, not really, because his shoulders only really go to flat anyway. I prefer more on that. He has got a double bicep bend, so he swivels at the bicep, and he gets over 90 on each hand, on each side, which is good. Wrists, he has gun articulation on the left and gun articulation on the right, and his wrists turn, and I said bicep turns. He has trunk ab crunch on a click. Forwards is okay. Whoa. Backwards is pretty damn impressive, but there's nothing else. He has a waist turn. The belt sort of gets in the way a little bit, this sort of section here, but he can do it. Hips, yeah, he's a ninja, look at that. Full splits, just about. Very, very, very nice. Forwards is good, very good, over flat. Backwards is not great, the sculpt gets in the way, but it's not bad combined. There's a thigh twist, good. Double kneecap, and even with his belt section dropping down, he still gets a very tight angle there, which is great. Feet turn from the boot, I should say, top of the boot. His tippy toe is pretty damn good. His dorsal flexation, his Michael Jackson, his tee is not great, but it's enough to help him balance in positions, and his feet do this, which is really what we want. When his feet go apart, he can still maintain both feet flat on the surface, which is good. Decent articulation, I do like this. Okay, let's see if I can work out where everything goes. Does it show me on the box? Looks like sword in the bag. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really show me much. Okay, so I'm guessing sword will go next to him here. That's my guess. That does fit quite nicely. Where is this stuff going to go here? Let's have a look. Let's put that in his peg hole and see. Would that go there, maybe? Okay, that can fit there. Whew. I would guess his... Has he got enough space? I think he has got enough space for everything. Maybe. Well, he's got space for two more, so I can choose. Let me see, what will I choose? I'll take his side. I guess they will go down here. They're not so easy to put in because when he's got that thing on his back with the sword in, and then what would fit in there? I guess that would be... It doesn't make sense having the blade up the top, you know. He's going to... Yeah, he can take it out, but cut his hand doing it. And it's not really made for upside down either, but who knows. So he can take everything if he holds two things. Maybe some of you have equipped him slightly differently, put things in different areas. Let's see how he holds his weapons. His hands, there is some give. I prefer to be a little bit more rubbery, but they do hold those axes particularly well. His hands are, they look like they are not quite mirror image, but Let me put this one in first and double check again. Or maybe they are mirror image. He does look particularly good. It has to be said. Very, very nice. Okay, let's take those out. Let's put this back in again. See, this thing is just a bit awkward to go in and it doesn't want to stay in particularly well if you're going to be playing. Let's give him his sword and try an action pose. Make him right-handed. Again, he holds his sword particularly well. In fact, can he hold his sword double-handed? That's going to be a good question. I reckon he probably can. Let's have a look. Very nice. That is awesome. That is fantastic. He is really, really quite good. His articulation is just about right. Very, very nice. Okay, let's have a look at his two sai. Again, he holds them particularly well. They've done a fantastic job on this, I have to say. Let's try a bit more of a dynamic pose with the sai, see how he does. Look how easy to balance him doing this. Get that leg straight and back. Okay, let's get a foot turn going on. It's just getting the ankle joint right. Very, very nice. Look at that. Very easy to pose. He is fantastic. Okay, next we've got left. We've got the sickles. I'll just say he holds those and his long one, his long bladed weapon as well. Then we'll do a quick comparison. So again, he's going to hold these well because of the same sort of grip as the rest of the weapons in terms of the thickness. These feel a bit short, whereas I thought the sai felt a bit big. And again, he does hold them particularly well. And then lastly, this really long weapon, which would be held two-handed anyway. You see, I would put my right hand on the bottom. So let's do the same for him. Put his left hand first. And then just put his right hand after. And again, very quick and easy to pose. He does look fantastic. Okay, let's have a comparison of him compared to another ninja. This is the hand ninja for Marvel Legends. I reviewed recently. I'll stick him in just the videos. He does look amazing, but he suffers from articulation issues because of his sculpt. So, size-wise, let's have a look. The hand is quite a bit taller, but they do scale well together. They don't look like they're different scales. They scale well together. Who looks better? I will say the hand ninja probably looks better because he looks more ninja-ish. And he's got a proper trunk articulation, not just that ab crunch. But this guy's got better articulation. This guy, you know, he's doing a kick. He can't get particularly high because the sculpting on his clothes gets in the way. You have to cut that more. And his hips don't want to go any further. They start clashing with his pelvis joint. So it's like, yeah, could have done better than that. A lot better. He also has a boot turn, so he can get his foot around. But I mean, look at that angle compared to the one we had just now on the Cobra Red Ninja. Plus, this guy is a lot easier to balance, so he's got a better ankle joint. We can compare their swords quickly. I prefer the Red Ninja one because it's got the painted blade. It is slightly larger. You could take that off and put it onto this guy if you wanted to. Take off the sheath. He holds the hand ninja sword. Let me see. Again, very, very well. But this sword, even though I say I prefer it, it's too floppy, it's too bendy. It's already curving a little bit too. Both are great. I'm really glad I got both, and I'm really glad I got this Cobra Red Ninja here. I do recommend both, but if you have to choose one or the other, it depends what you're after. If you're after look, I would say go for the hand ninja. If you're after articulation and posability, then definitely go after the Cobra Red Ninja. If you're a G.I.Joe fan, obviously it's no choice, it's going to be this one. But you may want to get one of these anyway and add a Cobra insignia somewhere and have him as a Cobra Ninja. Grip-wise, his hands are slightly tighter. How does he hold the Red Ninja sword? Let's have a look. Very well, because he's got a tighter grip. He also has a double bicep bend, so you can get some very nice tight bends. But action poses with him, more difficult because the articulation is more limited than the Red Ninja, but still can do some pretty good poses. So I swap their swords around and let's have a look again. That bendy sword's really starting to annoy me now. We can do it like, God, that'd be really awesome. You could pose like that. That's gonna be tough though. His ankles aren't quite stiff enough. Nope, let's not waste our time there. Two very nice ninjas. As I said, look wise, I'd say the hand ninja looks better because he looks a bit more traditional, but articulation wise, this Cobra Red Ninja is far, far superior. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back to more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out my other contents. I've got loads of videos for you guys to see. Bye-bye.